There is nothing quite as enjoyable as rambling through the woods on a sunny day in spring. A great opportunity to discover nature's wealth, from wildflowers to the emerging butterflies. But some things can be a little more elusive. One of the hardest things to source when you're out and about has to be fresh water. But at this time of year, in spring, there's a great place to source it. This is what I was looking for, silver birch, unmistakable tree. Pure white bark, stands out from all the other trees, but at this time of year, in March, when the sap's rising, you can tap into silver birch and get yourself a valuable drink. And this is how you do it. First thing you need to make yourself is a tap to stick into the tree. This is a self-seeded ash, there's a lot of it growing around in the woods, so this is the sort of thing that I'm looking for. The tap doesn't need to be constructed purely from an ash twig. Whatever you can find that's clean and it's not dead or has been laying on the ground for a long time will suffice. It doesn't have to be a big twig, all you're really doing is just taking the bark off. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for. The next thing you need to do is to get into the cambium, which is underneath the bark. On some of these more mature birch trees, they can be quite thick, the bark, so you'll need to find an area where you can get your blade in close and then gradually score your way through, keeping it as small as possible until you reach the cambium. And you'll notice when you've reached the cambium, because the actual sap will start to slide down the blade. The next thing to do is to place your stick into the area. Now you need to just place your canteen underneath to catch the drops, and then go for a walk. A mature birch tree can yield up to 4 or 5 litres, that's 1 gallon of sap in a single day. After about an hour, when you get back, you'll find yourself with a nice fresh drink waiting. And the great thing about this is it's also anti-carcinogenic. It's quite sweet actually, it's got a very sugary flavour. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to just block up the hole with just some moss, just to calm the stem flow, and hopefully what will happen is the tree will put up a barrier zone inside and it will stop dripping. So now you know where to get a drink. Other species of trees you can extract sap from are sycamores and Norway maples, which are common and non-native trees. Not so common, the sugar maple, or Ace saccharinum, is the source of maple syrup and has been harvested for many, many years. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Ramblers Fare. If you want to find out more about plants, simply subscribe, or alternatively get yourself a copy of the Comic Book Guide to Botany, and I'll see you next time.